You have a pretty little background there, Ginger.
Thank you. It's my wishful background.
There you go. That's my kind of wish.
Yeah.
All right, how'd you do?
I did okay.
Oh,
Did you get it filed?
yes, I got it filed, but then I don't, why can't you just grab it and just drag it into it?
Because it's not Microsoft Office. It's mostly because you're working in the cloud a little bit.
Oh,
To
okay.
not confuse it. I don't know how else to explain it.
Okay.
All right, so
That was hard.
so some of you had a little more challenge than others. So some of you were trying to file a document that was maybe originally owned by you and then it got shared back to you. And so the ownership of that got a little wonky. So if you're trying to file something that is not under your ownership, you may not have had the little folder up there that says move here because you didn't own it.
That's
But
right.
what you did have up there was a Google Triangle.
Yes.
And if you click the Google Triangle, which is the drive triangle, right? Triangle. If you hit the drive, then all you had to do is put it in My Drive, then find your Google training folder. And then if you were going to create the other folder, that sort of thing. So if you're going to file something and you don't own it, or you lost ownership or whatever, it's the same process. You just got to start one step back, which is I want to put it in my drive. Here's where I want to put it in my drive. Got it?
Phyllis, I was lost in the woods. I went out somewhere. I could hear people talking, but I didn't know where I was. And then I found my files, but I couldn't move them. And then I was helped by you and I came back.
She
But I don't
lost
know
her,
how that happened.
she lost her Zoom. And so we had to do a review of how to toggle to find her Zoom image and bring it back up and launch it. So Mary's back. And then Mary, if you're a little behind on something, remember I'm recording this. And so you guys can always go back and practice some more. And you know, I'm going to give you homework anyway, right? So it'll be good. And I got cheat notes again too for you that I'll be sending. All right.
Good.
Now you're on the next thing that I promised you that we would cover today, which is Phyllis, I've been doing this a long time and I have created wonderful things in Microsoft Word. Why do I have to create them again in Google just because someone's telling me put it in the shared folder? So you could do that the hard way. The hard way is copy, paste it. It may work. You may get frustrated. The margins in this gets wonky. I lost the bold. It doesn't have a font, blah, blah, blah. All this little wonkiness goes on. That's how we used to have to do it a few years ago. But Google got smart and said lots of people are out there like us, and they're switching from that Microsoft platform. And the only holdup for them to move to the Google platform is to make this easier for them. So they don't have to recreate everything that they've done for years. They can just simply move it in. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try that. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about what happens. So I am going to show you a lot of things. Where's Diane Best? Diane Best, you're not going to do all of this, but I'm just going to show a little bit of how it could go wonky, just to give you the effect of what you've kind of got to check for, okay? So I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to go to my Google training folder and I'm going to upload some things. So I'm doing this the opposite now. I'm in my file cabinet. I open the file folder and I want to go fetch some things that I created in Microsoft Word that I now want to put in my Google training folder. So I'm going to do this way that I hinted at before. When I said, oh, I can't do it that way. I don't know where it is, right? So I'm hitting new because I want to go find it. And I'm going to go look for a file, which is a document. It's a PowerPoint. It's an Excel spreadsheet. It's something. It's not a folder. I'm not looking for a whole folder. It's just one kind of thing. I'm going to hit that. And when I hit that, it says I'm going to upload it. That means I go instantly to my hard drive in my computer. So now you're seeing everything on my desktop in my hard drive, right? Because I like folders on my desk drive. I don't have too many of them. And then I got a few images that I use a lot. And I'm going to go looking for something cute. Oh, let's go to 80K. Let's go to my Ada. And let's find a word. Oh, how about the Colorado chapters document? I want to move that I created in Word. You see the little icon that says Word there? I'm going to upload that and put it in Google. And when that happens, it's magically going to turn into a Google Doc that could be shared, others could edit, comment, view, whatever. It's going to be in the cloud. Here I go.
Does it
You know-
disappear? Does it disappear off of your hard drive then?
Nope, it's still there.
Okay, so it's really
I
just a
just-
copy.
It's making a copy. You're right.
All right.
It's making a copy of it. So now you see down here, it said upload complete. It was originally a Word document. It's got that little W. And it's got the same title that I had when I saved it as a Word document on my hard drive. And now when I click on it, let's see how this changes into a Google Doc. So it's thinking a little bit. It automatically put up here the same title that I had. I could change it or I could keep it. This alignment looks pretty good. The font looks good. I don't have any graphics. I would be looking for that. Any graphics I had, the alignment, the fonts look good. So that's what you have to do. Once you upload from Word, you want to go through and see that everything looks the way you want it to look. And generally, the fonts now transfer pretty easy. The graphics tend to move pretty easily. And every once in a while, you'll find something, but that looks pretty good. Oh, I got a typo there. How about I fix that? There we go. I just fixed it just like I could in Word. All right. That's how to move a Google Doc or a Word doc.
Phyllis,
gonna
can
do-
you go back and I don't know, but I'm confused how you got to your files in Microsoft.
Okay.
How'd you get there?
When I'm going to go through the steps again, but this time I'm going to do a PowerPoint. I created something 2 years ago. I want to use it again, but I want to make it current. But I'm going to be working on a committee. Let's say it's a membership training. I did 2 years ago, but I want to upload it and put it in a shared folder now because all the regional membership people are all going to be helping me fix it and make it current. But I still want to start with that instead of having to recreate everything or copy paste from that one, blah, blah, blah. All right, so let's try a PowerPoint. And this will go through the same steps that I did for this Word document. All right, so the first thing I do is I start in my drive and I look for, let me click this out so it goes away. Okay. I want to go for what folder do I want to put in? If I didn't have a folder yet, I'd create a new one. But I have a folder. I'm going to put it in my Google training folder. So I double click that to open it up. Now I need to go looking for that document on my hard drive, in my device, in my laptop, in my desktop, in my tablet, wherever I keep my documents. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to hit new. Everything when you start fresh with Google is always new. Once I click that, I have a menu. I'm going to go to File Upload because I'm not doing a whole folder of things. I'm only doing one thing. All right, this time I'm going to look for PowerPoint. So it naturally defaults to my desktop in the last place I was at. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go to, let's do this and let's find a training PowerPoint. Oh, here's a Colorado membership training. I think I did that with someone named Jeannie Hink. Let's see if this one transfers pretty well. So PowerPoint. All right, here's my disclaimer. I love PowerPoint. I still do stuff in PowerPoint.
Me
Okay.
too.
You're going to hear stuff later about this, but that's why I got so much in PowerPoint because I love it. We'll talk more about that when we get to another Google app later. So let's open this up. And when I do that, it's going to put it in another Google app called Slides. Okay. So I'm going to, once I find what I'm looking for, Linda, I hit open. And when I hit open, it magically goes to the cloud and it starts uploading. It's uploaded over here. Do you see this over here? It says it's uploaded. I see it here. And it has a P because it's telling me this was originally created in PowerPoint. Now, remember when I said you have to check font, size, alignments, graphics? And in PowerPoint, you want to see animations and any of those special things you put in PowerPoint. Let's see how this transfers to PowerPoint. Here it's coming. That looks more familiar. So I would just go through slide by slide in Slides now. This is the slide icon and just see that it's all lined up. Diane Best, don't get stressed. You're not going to have to do this yet. Just the word. All right. This is looking pretty good. I like it. Now remember, the advantage of having it now in the cloud is I could still share it like we did last session. I can put it in a way that I can now share it, get feedback. If I give them rights, they can edit it and help make it better. All that's the advantage. Remember when we talked about why Google, that's the advantage. All right.
So Phyllis, when I hit file upload, it's going to automatically go to my Word.
It's going to automatically go to your computer.
Uh-huh.
And that's what you saw on mine. I save stuff in desktop. Betty Jo saves things in documents, her document folder.
Right.
So
So,
you would just go where you naturally go
Okay.
to find your stuff.
okay.
All
Got
right,
it.
Judy.
Thank you.
I was just gonna say, Linda, if you think of it, the process is the exact same process that you use when you are adding an attachment to an email. You
Okay.
are uploading a document from your computer into your email. This
I was just worried
process-
because it's like two different platforms, basically. And I didn't know if I missed a step that you pushed a button someplace else, but now I see it. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
All
I have
right,
a
Betty
question.
Jo.
All right, does the animation automatically go over on a PowerPoint?
So remember when we had our training last time, we checked, and in the one with the sales, that membership one, remember it did transfer over. So Google's getting really smart to make the two platforms talk better than they used to, but you
Okay.
still have to test it. I would still go through every slide that it's doing what it did in PowerPoint first, okay?
Okay,
All right,
because
I don't need you guys to upload a PowerPoint. I just did that for the effect that you can do other things. I do want you to find a document that you created in the other platform, in the Microsoft platform, and I want you to put it in my Google training, even if it has nothing to do with 80K, it could be, whatever. Put it in your folder. That's your task. Now, I did it twice. Do you need to see it a third time before you go? Thumbs up or thumbs down? I see mostly thumbs down. I'm going to go ahead and send you to your breakout rooms. And we won't do the we do because I did it twice. Let's give you 8 more minutes to do this step. You're finding something that you created in the other platform to bring over to the Google platform in my Google training folder. All right, see ya